For today's webinar, we're going to specifically focus on ethics within the legal and court system. Certainly, for those of you who work in more than one translation or interpretation specialty, you will know that there's medical ethics as well. So ethics that deal with healthcare scenarios. You know, there's ethics in a variety of different areas in accounting, banking, many different professions. But today we're going to focus on ethics when it comes to the legal system in your particular jurisdiction. So one of the things that I have noticed is that many times as translated interpreters, we're very focused on doing a good job for our clients, and that's important. But we often forget that in the course of doing that work, we also have to protect ourselves. Because if we make a decision that turns out to be one that maybe we unknowingly made a wrong decision, it doesn't change the fact that we can be negatively affected by it, both personally and professionally. So that's what we're going to cover today. So again, this course is for those of us who work within the court system or work with direct clients and agencies who have work in the legal field. And by the end of this presentation, the goal is that you'll have a greater awareness of ethical issues that can arise and how you can prevent these type of potential problems. And one of the ways in which I believe that translated interpreters fall into difficult situations is because they're not expecting there to be any problems. They're not expecting there to be any sort of ethical dilemmas. And one thing I will say is that the further I go in my career, the more and more ethical dilemmas seem to come up because you're getting more work and you're more exposed to more and more different clients and people. So that's just something to keep in mind, but it's not anything to make you worry. It's something just to let you know that these issues exist and there's a way to empower yourself. So today's agenda is as follows. We're going to talk about the role of the legal translator within the legal system. We're going to talk about the role of the court interpreter within the legal system. We're going to look at some codes of ethics for the legal profession, legal translators, and court interpreters. Because of course, codes of ethics are the codes that we agree to subscribe to, which govern our behavior as professionals. And then the part of the webinar, which will involve your participation, is what I call ethical hypothetical. So this will be the segment where we look at a number of hypothetical situations and we talk about what you would do in that circumstance. And I really want to encourage your participation. There's no need to be concerned about what your answer is, because sometimes there's more than one answer. So that will be the section called Avoiding Becoming a Dupe for Unscrupulous or Unaware Clients, because it can happen. And then we're also going to talk about whether or not, as a translator or interpreter, if you are just helping your clients or you're engaging in the practice of law. And we'll talk about how you can know not to cross that line. And then finally, one of the takeaways I'd like for you to have from this webinar is how to discover new services that justifiably add to your portfolio. So you will notice probably that the legal profession is the recipient of a lot of different kinds of services and products from third-party service providers. And this is what we as lawyers need in order to carry out our work. And there's things that you can do in addition to the translation or interpretation work you're already doing that can assist your clients and also increase your income by diversifying your service offering. And then we'll have time for questions and answers. Now, if you have a question at any time, feel free to put it in the questions box. I will make sure to get to all of the questions. So a little bit about myself before we go forward. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a lawyer linguist who's based in Canada, and I work as a trilingual lawyer linguist, and I work both in law and in languages through my law firm. And when it comes to my translation work, I work from Spanish to French, Spanish and French and English for legal and official document translation. And I also do contract abstraction and legal document review work in all three languages as well.